When it comes to the Quest user interface, there is a lot to be desired, but today I want to talk about something a little bit different and kind of narrow down, if you will, and talk about the avatar system as well as the environment system and why I don't feel like they are being used to their fullest potential and how potentially Meta could partner with developers to improve these aspects of the Quest user experience. To be able to do this, I need to talk about the Xbox 360. Now, I know some of you probably didn't have an Xbox 360 and maybe you weren't old enough to have it at the time, but anybody who's had an Xbox 360 can agree that it was probably the cleanest user interface of any console, even today. It was intuitive, at ease of access. You could potentially hand it to your grandmother and say, "Hey, can you boot up this game for me while I go and, pop some popcorn in the microwave?" That's how easy it was. It wasn't menus in menus in menus. But before I go off on a tangent on the whole user interface, I want to specifically talk about their avatars. Their avatars were something that to me offered an insane amount of customization, even when you compare it to something like the Wii. Personally, I never bought anything on this store, but I distinctly remember having an entire avatar dressed up as an ODST character. I had the helmet, I had the armor, everything. I was an ODST character, and this was awesome. And you know how much it cost me? Nothing. It cost me nothing. Why? Well, technically, I guess it costs me a game, but I was already gonna buy ODST. So this was just a bonus add-on at that point. What happened to stuff like this? What happened to here is some customization for you where it's not necessarily always promoted, but it is there attached to the game? I understand that this is a first-party Microsoft IP, so maybe that's why they got it, and I'll agree, Meta at the same time has done the same thing. Asgard's Wrath 2 does give you some armor and clothing for your avatar in Horizons and the boot up screen that you start in when you play on the Quest 3, 2, and Pro. So Meta seems to already be doing that. I guess my question is why don't we have something in Beat Saber for this? Why don't we have something in all of your first-party games that provides us with some sort of customization to go into Horizon Worlds? That is what I'm looking for, because obviously it's a social app. You want to let people know, hey, I really enjoy playing Population 1. I just bought the latest pack of skins for that game. Look how cool my avatar looks in Horizon Worlds with that getup. That's what I'm wondering. Why don't you lean into that? Have you approached any developers outside of the first party to say, hey, you know what would be really cool? What if you all, made some sort of shirt or something related to your game that players could either buy or get for beating an achievement or something along those lines in your game? I know at the time, Xbox 360 had some type of customization unlocked with some of their achievements. So why not have that? I understand the money aspect of everything, and this would be an opt-in for devs if they felt the need to or even want to. But I think it's just a missed opportunity overall to even say, hey, if you want to support us outside of the game and you really like playing, on your Quest, or you like playing Horizons and you want some additional customization, feel free to purchase some customization and have a free shirt or something to customize your avatar with. Is it not? Do you all in the comment section care about being able to customize your Quest avatar? I know I do, but if you don't, let me know in the comment section below why you don't care about your Horizon or Meta Quest avatar. That being said, continuing on, customization-wise, we used to have a Quest home environment. And I'm not talking about the environment that you have when you boot up. I'm talking about the environment that was called Quest Home, if I remember correctly. And you would get this upon your initial boot up of the Quest system to your PC. This was a great spot. I loved having this. I loved the ability to be able to customize my space. Maybe I wanted to have it more of a warm environment because by default, it has some cool stuff. It has a basketball hoop. It had some arcade area where you could, shoot and whatnot. Very cool stuff. But to me, it was the ability to make it more of a warm, welcoming environment. And I hoped down the line we would have been able to see the ability to invite your friends to that and really offer that more peer to peer experience, if you will, where you're not going onto an online lobby. You're just saying, hey, I did all this stuff in my virtual house and I want you to come and look at it. Obviously, you can get stuff like Minecraft and all that stuff, and that may be what it feels like, but having the ability to invite somebody over to something that you've created, I know that developers will get this, it just feels different. Making something and building something catered to your passion and drive, and then showing that off to others is just a whole different feel. So I hope that at some point they care enough to bring that back on PC. But while we're in limbo on that, they actually have home environments still. And again, this is not the Quest menu. I'm talking about actual home environments. And all of these are on Horizon Worlds. That's right. Horizon Worlds actually offers you your very own home environment. Now, it is private, so no one will be able to just search it. But if you go into the search and you type in home, you will see a private server that is your home. This is your house. And this is an environment that only you can go into, but you can invite others into it. For me, I like it. I'm happy that they offer it. The downside to this is that there's no customization like there was on PC. You're not able to go in there and build your own couches or, put a TV on the wall. The only thing you can do within this is change the actual pictures on the wall by putting your own screenshots in there. I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm just saying that it's not enough. It doesn't feel like something that I made for everybody to come and hang out in. It feels like everybody has the same thing, except they have a different picture than I do on their wall. I get that it's probably resource intensive to have everybody have their own environment like that, but you have to admit, having a unique environment in your play space is one of the biggest things when it comes to actual social apps. Having something different is important. And when everybody looks the same, it doesn't really hit the same. Another thing, additionally, would be the ability to have custom items if they add the ability to customize this space. You can actually put maybe a statue of an Espire enemy, or you have a small little tiny one lane walkabout mini golf asset that you put in there, or maybe even a Demio table that, okay, maybe I can't interact with it, which is fine, but at least it's there. People know that I've played that game or have achieved something to get the asset that I have in my house. So for me, I don't see any reason not to do this. Do you agree? Would you customize your own home environment if you could? Let me know in the comments below what games you would want to have assets from to actually customize your Meta Horizons home. The last point I want to make is your boot up environments. These are kind of lackluster. I feel like I haven't seen a new environment in ages, and I feel like any new environment that we do get isn't really anything too exciting. I think right now the environment that I have is the Horizons boot up screen for the most part. So for me, why aren't we incentivizing developers to have their main menu screens? Think of budget cuts. When you boot into that, you have a lot kind of going on in the background. You have actual motion happening. You have the background music. There's just a lot there. And for me, if I could have an environment like that, that is even just a menu screen for a game, kind of setting that mood when I get in, like, hey, you're about to be transported to a new world. I think that that would go a long way. And you could even incentivize developers in a way that they make environments that cost, $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Just offering that customization to be able to say, hey, you got this game. Here is an environment that you can use on your quest to actually boot up into. That to me is something that is amazing. But let me know in the comments below, do you care about any of this? Is this something that's kind of like, take it or leave it? My name is Butters. I want to thank all of you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next video.